Hey y'all, welcome to Tea Time with Meek. Got a lot going on. We going live from YouTube and Facebook today. So y'all get ready and enjoy the tea time. And let's get it popping. Let me turn off all my distractions and make everything legit. Let me tag my loyals. All right, so like I said before, we going live from two platforms today. It's the YouTube live and it's the Facebook live. So hey YouTube, hey Facebook, let's get it cracking. I went live a little later today, like I normally do on Thursdays. Because I just love watching WeTV's things that you having going on. So I like to tune into that first. Hey, I like to tune into that first just to, catch up on those things. Thank you. And make sure that I give, reviews for the followers who enjoy those shows. And then to give the reviews on the latest things that are coming up. So, without further ado, get your drink. I got me a little something. I can't be doing it all too much every day, honey. So I be having things to do in the morning. So I'm just gonna do a little sip, and we're gonna keep it real slick. All right. So I hope you guys are having a great day today on this Throwback Thursday. And let's hope that y'all Fridays is gonna go well. Happy Taxmas, everybody. And hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in. I'm always gracious for the people who tune in. Yes, we will be doing another raffle tomorrow. I did send the things off. Maisha, I need you to send me your address again because I got an email that my package was returned to sender. So I have to go back down there and make some correction. If you could please put your complete address, street, point, whatever, like I don't know how the addresses work down there, but anyway, they returned it to me, so now I gotta send it off again. So if you could please send me your address again completely, so that hopefully we can get this thing back sent off again. Lord have mercy, it was just so unnecessary for that thing to come back. They could have figured it out, but maybe they couldn't, maybe they could, but we will be doing that. Oh yes, we will be talking about R. Kelly today, honey. All right, couple announcements for Empire 11. So look out for that. Another announcement I have. Tea Time with Meek will be doing community outreach this summer. So if there's any of my followers who have community organizations that give back to their communities, I will be happy to volunteer. Also, for the events that we plan to sponsor and volunteer at, for anybody who's looking for reference letters or maybe a reference or just something extra to add to your use as a reference. If you volunteer at the community outreach issue, period, point blank, I'm trying to give back while giving back. So therefore, you help me help the community, and I will help you with your references and reference letters. That will be very professional letterheads. It's not a problem. I'm just going to look out. I've been doing that for a while. If you guys remember me from Milwaukee Mall, I used to help with disaster to determination, and we really helped a lot of people find a lot of jobs. We hosted a lot of excited about education events where we gave away school supplies. We also did the jam or something. It was a little event for peace because there was a lot of violence going on in Milwaukee that summer in the Amani community, and we definitely wanted to get back. I have sat on the panel at the they have this place down there on 27th and Center at that little community center with the mirror on the side on there. I sat on a panel there for a year with assisting them and making sure that they definitely got the necessities to the community who really needed it instead of just handing it out and the people could just pull up and pick it out and such and so forth. So I have a lot of experience in this, and it's right up my alley. Honey, anybody who knows me, you can ask them, they're going to tell you. Meek did looked out. Period. Point blank. So get into the tea. Um, I just want to touch bases. There's a lot of things going on right now with the Me Too movement. A lot of investigating with Michael Jackson, a lot of investigating with R. Kelly. Now, with Michael Jackson, I haven't really been talking a lot about that, but I definitely like to give facts to my viewers who inbox me and say, "Well, I think he did it." Da, 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 da. And a lot of my viewers felt that, especially the ones in Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out Memphis, Tennessee, y'all, because y'all don't catch the lives, but y'all definitely touch down on the videos. And when I post them, I definitely appreciate it. So shout out everybody in Memphis, Tennessee, because y'all just popped out on the map from nowhere, honey, and y'all showed some love. Y'all must love the big gals down there, auntie. Yes, Memphis. But anyway, so I try to go in depth with each member of the Jackson family. I'm talking about the original siblings, Rebe, Toya, Janet, all of those. And I like to go down the interviews that they did and just compare facts. So the person that I chose today was Latoya Jackson. And just to hit y'all with a couple facts, because I would like to definitely report both sides of the matter, just because it's no bias. It's just keeping it real, and facts are facts. So Latoya Jackson did a few interviews that I'm gonna touch upon. She definitely made it known. They had a sister named Rebe. Rebe Jackson was, the younger sister. She was very quiet, not very public about anything. But back in those days, the children tended to stay home till they were even married, or, you know, they left when they went to college or something like that. But Riri left home at 16, and this is stated by Latoya. She left home at 16 because her concern was that her father, Joe Jackson, would always get out the bed with their mother and into the bed, would definitely, try to stop Joe. He would tell her, she would tell him, like, no, Joe, not tonight. Please leave her alone. Can't you just give her a rest? Everybody knows from the stories and the interviews that Joe Jackson has done. He's very persistent. He's like alpha male. If he gonna do something, he gonna do it. Period. Point blank. And that's just how Joe Jackson carries himself. Another thing that I noticed about a lot of the Jackson family members is that they're very timid. Now, in my experience with children in mental health abuse, no mental health issues, and then also abuse, I noticed that when children first touch down, they are like free. Like, it's very seldom you meet a child, like, just know, got a child. Just think of a child in your family. Think about them at the age around between 2 and 6. Children are very outspoken. They'll tell you business. They're going to do what they want to do, honey. The thing that usually puts children back in their shell is things that scare them. Like, children are usually fearless. Like, they just jump out the womb and will crawl and this and that, and they always getting into something unless something scares them. Like touching the stove. Like, they want to touch the stove until they touch it and see the fuck hot. And then it's like, oh, I'm not touching it no more. Okay? You know what I'm saying? They are very timid, they're quiet and soft spoken. Now, me growing up, a lot of the children in my family, like, we was quiet. We wasn't quiet. We were outspoken. We pretty much kept base, because if we didn't, we would get our ass whooped. I was a little rebellious, so my grades weren't all of that. But, at the end of the day, like I said, we had a pretty positive environment, so we did what the fuck we wanted to do, period. So it was like, when you got a comfortable environment within your family setting, that's what you're allowed to do. But when it came to the Jacksons, they were timid. They knew not to speak on what went on outside of the house. If you even asked them, they would shy away. It's like whenever sometimes people ask them questions, you can see it in their face that they go to a dark place. Because, when you ask somebody a question, usually they'll just answer it. But in this time, it's like, so how was the home life? And then it's like, well, the home life, it was okay. It's that sudden pause when you get from a person that tells you a lot of things. So being observant and having discernment is something that you definitely want to do when you think you're dealing with people who's suffering from any type of abuse. Okay. Also, Latoya also did an interview on Today, and it was a Today's exclusive. This was back when Today used to do like big interviews on celebrities and stuff. They're more about the news now, but not, and they do some interviews. But back in the day, they did way more. And on this interview, Latoya was basically speaking on her mother and how she recanted a lot of her statements because Michael was basically taking care of everyone. And he was like, shit, keep my name out your mouth or your ass is cut the fuck off. So, on this interview, she was speaking on the fact that, her mom was upset because she was showing her checks that Michael had wrote to the boy's parents in 1984, honey, a while ago. And her mom was just like, what is this about? What is these checks for? And Latoya was like, well, mom, you really don't know what they're for. So you probably want to not say anything without knowing, because they're a timid bunch. So they're just soft spoken and realistic or whatever. And another thing that Latoya was saying is that around that time, Michael would always over. They would stay for weeks at a time. There were never no two kids together. That one would go up in his room and stay maybe for a week or two. And then after that, another one would come. So, it was just crazy. And then another thing that Latoya said, and I realized this was her last interview that she did after a while. She stated that how her mom would also say, I just can't stand this faggot, and I don't, F bomb. We're just gonna say F bomb because I don't really care to use that term. But, and she was referring to Michael. She was just saying how she couldn't stand him, he's a faggot and da 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 da, whoppy bam, because, it was too much, and nobody wants to call the child that, but I guess when a person is like brushed with the fact and it's overwhelming that your child is doing things that you don't agree upon. But at the same time, mama needs to take some personal responsibility, because bitch, you could have nipped this in the bud a long time ago. Like, I know that back in those days it was hard for women to get away from men because men ran everything. But bitch, you could have hit them with some grits. Okay? Okay. Moving on. But in spite of all of this sexual assault talk, you guys, I just want to make it known that if you know anybody, or if you National 24-hour hotline for sexual assault victims, and you can call it. It's 1-800-656-4673. Again, the 24-hour national hotline for sexual assault is 1-800-656-4673. I just know, in light of all the sexual assault coming up, a lot of people are reliving the things that they've been through. And sometimes people just need to talk about it, honey. I'm going to keep it real, because all this shit that's been going on, you or somebody close to you might need to talk it through. But moving on. 21 Savage, y'all, has touched down to off hell. Big facts. As soon as he got out of jail, he been making big things happen. In light of his song that hit the Billboard's bank account, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account, A in my bank account, A. Now that's my jam. Now, even though that was a big flex song, he turned it around and tried to be a help with the song. So, 21 Savage is giving 150 jobs to at-risk youth. Now, if you're not familiar with this thing that he's doing, the 150 jobs is the second phase of his plan that he has going on, which he's calling it Juma. The first phase of the program is to help children gain financial literacy, teach them to utilize the bank accounts, so therefore they can create savings, and all. So 21 Savage is basically serving as the money making mentor, which is pretty good, because 21 Savage, he came around and he got it popping. He moved to the United States at a young age, and from then on, he just been really getting his money up. So shout out 21 Savage. And y'all look out for Juma. It's Juma. Hey, Juma. He got it popping, y'all. So I'm just saying, make sure y'all supporting 21 Savage, honey, because he's definitely giving back. The jobs that he's giving are jobs at the concession stands, at events and games. And you know them jobs definitely always need people to work there, them concession stands. Because, hell, the shit can be really hectic, okay? Okay. So, moving on to R. Kelly, because I know somebody wanted to hear about R. Kelly. R. Kelly is back in jail after he showed up to his court hearing, which is the second one at this time, um, and he failed to pay the $161,000 and some change dollars to Andrea for back child support. He came to court looking to set up a payment plan, but R. Kelly, come on now, like this situation is almost as bad as somebody who got their final disconnection notice from Wing Energies. And like, let's just set up a payment plan. Baby, you should have said that 2 disconnection notices ago. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like R. Kelly, the win. And it's like, I feel like even if they don't have a case against him, the child support is what's going to get his ass locked up. You see what I'm saying? Period. Before all this shit started happening, there was no reason you couldn't pay your child support. And I know I'm gonna get a whole bunch of inboxes from me and talk about child support is set up to da 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 for the black man to fail and whoop you bam. But my point is this: if you don't want to deal with child support, marry your baby's mother or stop having children out of wedlock. Like, I'm just being honest, you guys. Like, and the same thing that goes for women. The women say, oh, I'm just tired. I'm so stressful. I have all these children. Baby girl, you could have utilized birth control. You could have not smashed that man. At the end of the day, on both sides of the spectrum, men and women are suffering. And what men need to realize is, although you feel like child support is in your pockets and you can barely make a living, think of how the mother is feeling. She paying rent, lights, electricity, food. Her whole paycheck is going towards her home, and she's probably getting $20 to $30 from you. You see what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, if you have a person you have children for, if she has a home, you have to pay half of the bills. You could have knocked all of this out if y'all would have made it work out. That way, y'all could have both lived in a home together and y'all could have split the bills. But it's not her fault that you can her or the mistakes you've made, so you want to live somewhere else. Now, you're mad because you can't pay your bills because you have to contribute to the household that you have children in. And this goes for men and women, because there's some men with full custody of their children and they're going through the same thing. Period. Black people start making better decisions. Stop worrying about Buffs, J's, and Gucci and worry about getting that rent paid. Hell, you could have bought a family house. You could have been in the attic and your baby mama could have been on the first floor, goddammit. Either way, you could have made it work, period. And that goes vice versa. When you guys start paying attention to the necessary and stop worrying posts, hallelujah. Let me take a sip. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, the bills have to be paid. Somebody has to pay them. And leaving your baby mother to struggle alone off of $30 a week is not what it is. It's really not. So either marry the woman you have children with or wrap it up. Period. Moving on. All right. So Dave East. I don't know if you guys know who Dave East is, but I'm gonna give you a little background on him. Dave East is a Dominican man from New York, Harlem, called Perfect. He was also signed by Nas. He appeared in the Netflix show Rapture, and he also modeled for Tyra Banks. He's been selected to play Method Man in Hulu's new series, Wu-Tang, an American Saga. Yes! They gave Wu-Tang a series. For one, let's take a shot for Hulu, y'all. Hulu got all the motherfucking shows that support the culture. They got empire. They got power. God damn it, they about to have Wu Tang. Hulu's putting on for the black folks. I'm just waiting for them to get Martin, baby. But if they show Martin on, VH1 early in the morning and shit, I get my total feel of Martin. I love Martin, y'all. I'm just saying. Martin, 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 Martin. I'm the man. That's my shit. Yes. Okay, y'all. Okay, okay, okay. Now let's get to these shows I was watching before I had to come on live, y'all. Oh my God! First show I'm gonna touch on. This is We TV. There's a few shows on We TV that I do reviews about. We got Love After Lockup. We also have Growing Up Hip Hop, and we also have Marriage Boot Camp Hip Hop Edition. Jazz. I love We TV. They coming up. The Braxtons is coming back. I will be watching the Braxtons, and I definitely will be doing reviews on the Braxtons when it comes back on because I like to give the reviews and my point of view, and hopefully we can chat about it and see what's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and shit, it makes good TV. They're not super ratchet. And the one thing I love about the Braxtons is that they get into their scuffles, but they never forget about their sisterhood. And that's one thing we need to practice as black women. If you got your sisters, at the end of the day, your sisters should be able to get away with murder. These other bitches, they don't matter. But you respect them because they black women. You understand me? You understand me? And I take a sip for that shit because being a black woman ain't easy, baby. They want to beat us, but they don't want to greet us, okay? So, growing up on hip hop, this show, Boogie, who was Dame Dash's son, he's been through a lot, you guys, he was dealing with like a drinking issue and maybe some drugs or some lean or something like that. And Dame Dash pretty much told him, sober up or get cut the fuck up. Cut off basically. So he handled his business. He got lean and he did what he had to do. And this event that he had today, which was for Facts Media Group, it was a launch party. And he had a few performances, a few OGs in the building. It was a very nice event. A couple of the performers was Egypt and a guy named Somatic. They're a couple. Egypt is Peppa's from Salt and Pepper's daughter. She's a beautiful young lady and she can sing. And her mom just be so proud of her watching her perform. It just is what it is. They do their thing and they're very supportive of one another. Um, Also on the stage was DJ Yella. And if you don't know who DJ Yella is, he's the DJ from NWA. And then also Easy E's son. They did it because it's about to be the 30-year anniversary of NWA. So shout out with NWA. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of Compton. Got my motherfucking name, Ice Cube. Hey. My mama used to bump that shit. When we was kids, she had her Lincoln. Her Lincoln was named Mac Buddy. And she had her little nice little speakers up in that motherfucker. Well, my mama pulled up. A lot of times, bitches thought she was a man because her whip was sitting so fat. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all always wonder where I get my edge from. How come she's such a boss? How come she's so alpha? Like, I get it from my mama, baby. I come from a family of very strong, very, very strong women. And I'm going to tell you that right now. This confidence didn't just build itself. It's in me, baby. Not on me. We handle our business. We get shit done. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you come from a family of strong women, baby, stand up because there ain't nothing wrong with it. Because in reality, the niggas who be the toughest, roughest, they love a strong woman. Because I'm definitely in a relationship with an alpha male. So don't think you can't find you no man who are alpha male. You just got to get you a real one. But at the same time, you can't talk crazy to a real one because everybody already intimidated by you anyway because you're a strong woman. You know what I'm saying? So you just sit there, look cute, be strong, handle your business, and put your money up, honey, because the nigga going to spend his money on you because he want to keep you around because he know that you could get it for yourself. You see what I'm saying? So take a shot on that. Also, at this event, Master P was present. I love Master P. His whole commentary was beautiful. Master P is very supportive of people who's doing things on their own. He's out here right now. He just put out a second I got the hookup or something like that with all social media cast. Shout out Master P. Master P been getting it out the mud for the longest. And if you're not familiar with how Master P gets it out the mud, baby, you need to go to Google or YouTube and look up Master P. Because Master definitely self-made. Shout out Master P. And he also put on one of the first plus-size female rappers. Mia X. I know y'all know about Mia X. In the kitchen at the stove cooking up the product. Because fiends love it most when you give it to them. Rock the chopped up chickens in the game house. She don't know. Hoes got the folks coming. Pickaboo knocking on my front door. But all you gonna find is some ghetto stuff. So come on. Hey, that's Mia X, baby. Mia X was one of the first female rappers that inspired me to rap simply because I was a plus size female. I was always beautiful, but seeing a beautiful plus size woman on the TV rapping, oh my God, can I tell you that every time we went to school and we was on the school bus in the summertime, because we went to Lee Summer School in the summertime, and we would be on the school bus, we would have to walk down the Irish Street School and wait for the school buses to pick us up to take us over to Lee Street School for summer school. And every time we got on that bus, we would always try to talk about the latest songs. But there was this one time somebody was like, let's do thinking about you, with Mia X and Master P and a couple of other people. So when the Mia X part came on, didn't nobody know the words. So I came, but I wish they just let a bitch live, stack my ends, raise my kids. That's the first time I ever really rapped before. And ever since then, anytime we did that song on that school bus, baby, Big Meek had the motherfucking seat. You know what I'm saying? Period. So I've always loved that. Mia X was one of the first plus size rappers to come out, be beautiful, have bars, and do her thing. And shout out to Master P for giving her a chance, because Master P is always about putting bosses on. He was also on an interview at the Breakfast Club, so y'all gonna look that up. Give him a little credit. Support anything Master P doing, because he been getting out the mud for a long time. Shout out that he finally got a divorce from his wife, who always been doing drugs and just running his money into the ground. I don't like to see people get divorces, but whenever you have a partner that's so selfish that they just want to indulge in their drug habits and they cannot remember that this is for the family, we got to save something for the youth, it's time to separate. Okay? Okay. Moving on. Also, a couple other people that was at the event, Peppa, Lil Twist, and then they didn't perform, but the event was phenomenal. It was good energy, pictures and media everywhere. Also on this episode of Growing Up Hip Hop, JoJo finally proposed to his longtime girlfriend, and she said yes. I was so happy to see that. JoJo was so nervous, but I just love proposals. It's love in the air, and hopefully one day I get a ring, baby. Okay, shit, we all waiting on it. Okay, moving on. So if y'all watch the show, y'all know Romeo and Angela Simmons just got this whole energy about, like, I don't know if they like each other. I don't know if they don't. I just don't know. And it's like annoying because, like, kiss already. You know what I'm saying? To me, Angela Simmons and Lil Romeo, they kind of seem like an awkward couple if they were to work it out. But to be honest, it's like, it's not that big of a deal because opposites attract. Angela Simmons seems a little more mature than Romeo. She seems like she's a little more woman than Romeo can handle. But Master P, your daddy, honey, so I'm pretty sure he got his back, period. You feel me? Okay, moving on. But on the next episode, there was a premiere, and they was saying, like, they're finally gonna sit down and talk and hash it out and da 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 da. But it was so crazy because we all know that Angela Simmons was engaged to be married until her fiance had got murdered. And I'm like, damn, was that a chance for Romeo to get in? So Romeo, your dumb ass better step up to the plate and get that woman, honey. Because if it's one thing I know about things is that sometimes older women and younger men do work out. Like, not like 10 years in age gap, but like I'm 30 and my dude is 25. So it's like, it works. He's man enough to handle me, and he's strong enough to carry me if I fall, because I'm a big girl. I need somebody to pick me up. But he's also young enough to understand that I do know what I'm talking about, so we can discuss things and work things out. I feel like in today's society, unless you're a soft spoken woman and you just really don't have that much confidence in yourself and your intellectual properties, then maybe an older man is for you. But I've dated older men in the past, and it's like, huh, they always try to shush you. It's, I'm pretty sure there's other ones that don't, but it's like they not quick to hear your side of the story. So it's like they'll take a leap and just do what the fuck they want to do, and then when the shit fails, and you sitting over here like, and then it's like, oh, now you got attitude. You can get the fuck out. When we could have talked about this before it transpired, and we could have put out options and picked the best solution. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, I know y'all feel me, but you know me, don't you know me? Okay, moving on. So to my favorite show, y'all know I love me some Marriage Boot Camp, honey, honey. Yes. So in this episode, it was the lie detector test, honey. Now, if you unaware to the couples that is on this show, let me refresh your memory. We got Tammy and Waka Faka Flame. We got Soldier Boy and Naya. We got Tiffany and Little Fizz. We got Little Mo and cheating ass Carl. And then we got Sean and Jessica Dine. Now, on this episode with the lie detector test, I got the lie detector test portion, but there was another portion at the end that for some reason the channel started tripping, so we couldn't really hear everything at the end, which pissed me off because WeTV, you better get on your shit. But anyway, this the tea. So on the lie detector test portion, they had questions prepared for their partners, which Judge then Toller asked them what their questions were. So after Judge then Toller asked them what their questions were, if she felt that the people were just being too dismissive, because you know how some people that ask different questions because they don't want to get hurt, Judge then Toller like, up, overruled, this is the question, okay? Because bitch, you need to figure out what your man doing, and nigga, you need to figure out what your bitch is doing. Okay? Moving on. So Tammy's question was, um, does she trust Waka? She said no. And the lie detector test determined she was telling the truth. She don't trust him. She trusts him with her life, with her children, finances, and everything else. But when it comes to the sanctity of the relationship, she does not trust him. And that was some real shit, Tammy. I respect you for that. So, Waka, can you see yourself with Tammy forever? He said yes. And there was no deception. It was all truthful. Waka loves Tammy. I don't doubt that at all. Shout out to Soldier Boy. I feel like Soldier Boy, he really do love that girl. But, egos, pride, and all of that other stuff gets in the way. So I'm just hoping that maybe they can work it out. At this time, just looking through the media and all the tea that I follow, it's not looking like it's promising because Soldier Boy was just with Black China, and then he was with Snow Bunny or Glow Bunny, whatever that girl name is. And it could be for publicity, but at the end of the day, it's just like there's a lot going on. So moving on to Little Fizz and Tiffany. They asked Tiffany, "Are you dating anyone else other than Fizz exclusively?" Baby girl said yes. And there was no deception. So I feel like Tiffany, she does love Fizz, but she didn't been through so much. Is that she trying to build something on the side just in case it don't work out. Maybe she don't want to be alone. Maybe she want to be protected. But I'm not here to judge her because when he sent her into that honeybee pit, knowing he could have went, he showed me he was a real bitch nigga. So Fizz was, are you dating anyone exclusively? He said no, and he was being deceptive. Crazy. Now, moving on to Little Mo and Carl. Little Mo question was, do you believe he is cheating on you currently? And Little Mo said no. Now, when she said no, honey, I thought that lie detector test was gonna be like, bitch, you a lie. But she was not deceptive. She was truthful. She don't feel like he lied about everything. But here's a quick side note. Carl, they was asking him, were you lying about who you was on FaceTime with? He said no, and there was no deception. But quick side note, they noticed that Carl was having a conversation in the living room with somebody else, and he said, hey, somebody taught me how to be the lie detector test. You just, they lied and they still passed. So it's like Carl is very conniving. Like I just feel like little Mo just do not want to be alone. Period. Like this man, every time he take one step, he just jump back three on his own. He is just sneaky. He's childish, childlike. He a bitch. I just do not like Carl Dynamite. Whatever. He more like Carl, little firecracker, black cat. You know, a little black cat you like, and you throw it and it go pat. That's how he is. Cause he really a bitch, pussy nigga. I bet you he was raised by a mama who beat up on his self esteem. That's why he fuck all these bitches on Little Mo. Because he don't feel like shit. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to beat up on nobody, but I don't like Carl. I don't want to like him because he a bitch ass nigga. If you doing a shit for publicity, my nigga, just make a Twitter and say I'm doing it for publicity so we can realize that this is just what you do. But until then, you're gonna be a pussy nigga. Okay? Peace. Now, moving on to Sean and Jessica Don. Sean was asked, "Will you marry Jessica in the next year?" He said yes. No deception. They asked Jessica Don, "Have you ever cheated?" She said no, and she was deceptive, which was bizarre because they seemed so loyal. But you know what Sean said? He was like, I feel like that's a lie. And he has every right to because he know where his woman at, where she been at. Because when she was pregnant, she was at home. He knew everything about her. Now I feel like maybe they feel that Jessica Don probably cheated because maybe when she was filming Love and Hip Hop or something, and she had to have a certain conversation, or maybe being at the strip club, she dancing with another girl. When you work in a strip club, you're put in compromising situations all the time. So like, I don't feel like Jessica Dime laid down and busted wide open for another man. I just simply do not believe that. I feel like maybe they did that just for the Jocelyn was her trick and Stevie was her trick. I agree, but Jessica just do not strike me as a woman that's just a slut. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, let Jessica fly, honey, because she cool and she thick. All right. All right. So that's all the tea I have for today. I want you guys to definitely go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the bell so you can definitely get alerts when these lives post and everything else. Also, look out for the Tea Time with Meek merch. We do got some nice merch coming out. It will be touching down soon. Get ready to see us on a few more platforms. Trying to get this Periscope up and popping, honey, because I'm trying to be on everybody's phone, tablet, TV, whatever the fuck you're trying to see me. Okay, all right. So to everybody, be positive. I definitely want you guys to start when you're sleeping. If you can't sleep at night, go to YouTube. You can look up nice meditation music, and then you just listen to the music and you thank your feet for getting you where you came. You thank your legs for carrying you. You thank your knees for bending and lifting you. Thank your back for helping and supporting you. And by the time you done went through your whole body of thanking each portion of your body for doing what it has done to keeping you uplifted and moving, I guarantee you be asleep. Because your body just gonna be so grateful that you took the time to thank it for what it go through for you. Because we are not always gentle and kind to our bodies. But trust and believe the body would like its appreciation. Remember always that money, wealth, love, and opportunity surrounds you, and that if you can dream it, baby, you can achieve it. Period. Point blank. I don't give a damn if you want to walk backwards on a handstand, baby, and you 500 pounds. If you feel like you could do that shit, goddamn it, you could do it. Because I guarantee, with all the attempts you put in, you're gonna be the lost 200 pounds and look up, goddamn it, I'm 300 pounds and walking backwards on my hands. We are an amazing people. Remember, black is beautiful. If you are in a home with black children, please change your environment. Put up black pictures, black calendars. Make sure you keep it on the black channel with black excellence. Submerge your children in black excellence. Just like the TV subliminally submerges us in black trash and black filth and black messiness. Take the time to submerge your children in black excellence, because that's the only way they're going to be something better. Remember, you can tell a child what you want them to do all day, but they only going to do what they see, baby. But once again, thanks for tuning in. to Tea Time with Meek. I appreciate the love. Shout out to my people in Memphis, Tennessee. And who said Milwaukee don't support? Not me, because it's your live, sir. Yes. All right. So y'all be blessed. Thank you for tuning in. And hey, leave a comment and I definitely will respond. And don't forget to submit tea and follow me on all the platforms. Peace.